Hello and welcome to another Right Lead Witterings with me, Michael Jex, in quarantine in New Zealand. Strange times. I have been asked some questions about what I'm doing here and why, and also about what I'm using to work on, because such things are so fascinating. Quick update first. I'm here because our oldest brother, Alan, is very unwell and we're hoping to see him before the inevitable happens. So we flew straight over to New Zealand, my two brothers from the UK and I, and we're currently sitting in a pleasant hotel in Auckland overlooking a series of cranes and buildings. And we've been here now I'm recording this on day 8 of our incarceration, so we're over the hump of the first week. 6 more days to go, and then hopefully we'll be allowed out. And then we're going to zip down to Wellington to see Alan. That's why I'm here. Quarantine is strict. It means you are in your room. You must not mingle with other people. We three, my brothers and I, can, because we're part of a bubble. So that's fine. However, I flew out here knowing that I was going to have a lot of time on my own, because there's no dining room, there's no bar. We have our room, very nice, quite adequate. We have a small exercise yard that we can walk around out there. But apart from that, food arrives in a paper bag at the door. It is left on the floor outside, so we can go to the door and bring it in. No contact with anyone. If we want to go out, we've got to be masked up. We're given lots of masks to cover our faces to protect ourselves and other people. And so I brought... Did I bring the Pickwick Papers? Because I haven't read that for a while and it's a hilarious book. I brought a bunch of Somerset Maugham books, short stories, which are very good. But ye gods, it does read very much as though it was written by an ardent racist, let's put it like that. I've got the latest Martin Cruz Smith, the guy who wrote Gorky Park. This is 3 Stations, which is very enjoyable. I've got Joseph Andrews, brilliant book. And there's another book which I had to read for review purposes, which was okay, not bad. Rome and Ancient Rome, nicely done. But I am 55,000 words through a novel, and I have to try to finish this novel. That's been giving me problems. COVID and everything else, and then the worry about my brother. But I thought while here I would be able to type some stuff. So I brought this. What is this, you're asking yourself? If you haven't watched my videos before, anyway, you might be. This is an Astrohaus Freewrite. It is a fantastic machine. What is it? It's basically a typewriter. It weighs about 1.5 kilos. It's a good solid weight because it's solid cast metal frame. Lightweight plastic back. Got a carrying handle, that's nice. It has one plug socket, this, a USB-C. That works as a charger, but it also means that you can download or copy your files from the Freewrite to a computer for editing. And you need to, because this thing is not for editing. It has... I'll just go through it very quickly, because most of you will have hopefully heard about it. You've got 3 different folders. I use folder A for articles, folder B for main books, and folder C for correspondence mostly. It has a Wi-Fi connector, so you can connect it through to here, the hotel Wi-Fi, and it has a keyboard with beautiful, well-travelling, functional typing keys. This is so incomparably better than a standard laptop keyboard. You just have to try it to realise how good it is. E-ink screen, which means that you can read it in any sort of light. Really, really good. Very clear, very simple. But the important thing is that you'll notice there are no cursor keys. because you cannot edit a thing on this. The only editing you can do is using the backspace button. That will take out a character at a time. If you press the red key in the backspace, it'll take out a word. If you press the two red keys simultaneously, it brings up a new document for you in the file that you've got set up. And that is pretty much it. It's like a typewriter. You type on it. If you make a mistake of a word or a letter, you backspace, and that will then overtype whatever the mistake was. It is very simple. It has a massive battery inside it. I don't know how big it is, but it lasts me for days at a time. So I tend to just charge it up when I can be bothered, but I don't bother that often because it doesn't need it. It has... what else has it got? People have asked me, ooh, can you store many words on it? You can store millions of pages on this, I believe. I've certainly never exhausted it. I would never bother to try to exhaust it, because what I tend to do is I type up scenes on this. They then get sucked over onto my Apple iMac laptop, my MacBook Air rather, and then I can edit them there in Scrivener and do all of the rest of the work I want to do in Scrivener, because Scrivener, I find, is by far and away the best environment for editing, no matter what the work you're writing on. So has this been working for me? Yes. On the plane, on the way over, I had one 10-hour and one 17-hour flight, and in the second, in between interruptions, I typed up 3,000 words on the Freewrite. I would not have been able to do that on my MacBook Air. I love my MacBook Air. It's a very beautiful little thing. I will show you. It is very slim. It is wonderfully elegant. But all that slimness and elegance comes at a cost. The keys can only move maybe 2 millimeters at most. With the Freewrite, the keys are moving about 5 to 6 millimeters. So significantly more feel, and you can build up a rhythm when you're typing on the Freewrite, because it's an old-fashioned typing keyboard. This, oh, you can't. It's just horrible and soggy and revolting to type on. The other thing is, if I rest my finger roughly halfway on the Apple, as you can see, it won't balance. The screen is glass. It is enormously heavy. As you're typing on it, unless you're resting the base of your hand on the two flat sections either side, the thing will overbalance if it's on your lap. It is uncomfortable and bad to type on your lap. So if you're sitting on an aeroplane seat or a train seat, or just sitting out in the open air on a park bench, it is not comfortable, it is not practical. This sits on your lap firmly and does not want to overbalance. It just sits on your lap. So you've always got the same typing position. It is comfortable. It is a delight to use. This, I find, is portable. It is easy. I love the keyboard. I like these keys. Is this big and clunky to carry around with you? Yeah, sure it is. So what? It's a tool for a job. And if I want to do that job, I want the best tool for it. This for me is the best tool for it. Easy. Hope that was interesting. Apologies that my YouTubes are a little bit odd just now while I'm, well, in a room in quarantine, isolated from the planet. But hopefully you understand the reasons why. I would be enormously grateful if you would go to the bottom. If you wish to support the channel, you can go to Patreon or put some money into PayPal, whatever you wish. I'm happy to take either. Or if you just go down, like it, subscribe it, share it with friends and all those other good things, then that will make me happy. And you want a happy author, don't you? Thanks a lot for watching. Speak to you soon. Take care.